Thankfulness towards God, actually, in the Bible is a big deal. In fact, it's one of the few specific things that we are told is God's will for us. I reference 1 Thessalonians 5 in verse number 18, which says, "In everything give thanks, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus." If gratitude is a big deal to God, it must be a big deal to us. So thanksgiving in the Bible carries the idea of responding to God's goodness and grace with a heart of gratitude and reverence. It also carries the idea of acknowledgement. It's about acknowledging God's goodness and grace. We acknowledge who God is and what He has done. So what does it mean to acknowledge? It means that you recognize, you declare, and you admit who God is. You cannot be thankful to God if you have a problem admitting that God is. For those that come to God must believe, must admit that He is. So if you have a problem believing in God, you can't be grateful to God. And not your version of God, the version of God that He presents. Not your idea of God, not the God that you want Him to be, the God that He is. That's why the admitting part comes. It's not, I like to think of God as being this way. I think of God. No. God is not the substance of what we think Him to be. Even if the whole world gathered up and gunned up and had a world convention and decided to come to the consensus that God is bad, that's not going to make God bad. Our thoughts, the sum total of them, don't make God who He is. God is who He is. We simply come to a place where He reveals Himself to us and we admit who He is. So a heart of gratitude to God acknowledges who God is and what God has done. So true gratitude involves acknowledgement. Look at Psalm 7 verse 17. "I will give thanks to the Lord because of His righteousness." There is a reason. I will give thanks. There's a reason why we give thanks. Because the psalmist has beheld the righteousness of God, the set apartness of God, His different nature. He didn't say, "I will give thanks to Lord because I think of the Lord as being righteous." No. It's not his thoughts about God that made God righteous. God is righteous. The psalmist simply came to a place where he recognizes that righteousness.